welcome to another episode of You Know Ball. Whoa, I like that one.
Ball, baby.
Brought to you by the Run the Play Network.
There it is. Welcome back.
Welcome back. I want to give a huge shout out to Barra Sports Cards, Cardboard 47, Roto for shouting us out on their biggest show of the year, man. Thank you guys so much for showing us love. Today, we're going to be going through each Eastern Conference team and talking about the biggest disappointment from each team. Phil, how you doing today, brother?
Honestly, man, I'm doing good. I had to take my hoodie off. It was getting a little hot in here.
It is warm in here. I got nothing under this, though. It'd be a titty pod.
Oh, man. We chilling off that. But anyways, man, I'm good, bro. I'm just ready to get to this list.
Let's get to this list, man.
All right.
Let's get to this list. Let's pick teams for this one, okay?
Okay, we're picking teams.
You got anything you feel like very passionate about that you're like, fuck, this dude is disappointing this season?
I'm going to go with the Orlando Magic and the New York Knicks.
All right, give me one of them.
All right, so for the New York Knicks, I'm sorry, Izzy. I'm going to go with the fact that they're 21st in defensive rating.
Yeah, I literally had defense written down here.
I don't understand how you can be like have all these dudes. You have Mikal Bridges, you got Jalen Brunson, you got OG Anunoby, you got Cat, you got Josh Hart, and you're 21 on the defensive rating.
Oh, we don't have to throw Cat in there. We know what Cat is.
Oh yeah,
we know what Cat is. But those other dudes, like you added OG, Mikal, and our thought was like, how are they gonna score on this team?
Yeah,
you know, and it's like. Sure, there's so much talks about like the Cat giving up points in the paint conversations, but Levine gave him 31, Kobe White gave him 22 on the same game. Sexton gave him 25, Laurie gave him 34, and Laurie's had a down year. Zachary Ristisher gave him 33, and Trae Young had 23 and 10 against this team. Benny and Tyrese combined for 72 points.
Oh my god.
73 points, excuse me. Like, they're getting cooked on the perimeter, bro. It's not just about the paint at this point. Like, everything is going bad for this team. Defensively, at least. Offensively, their offense has been a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
I think they're number 3 or 4.
Yeah, they're up there for sure. Because Cat is looking like a dog this year offensively. But
he's looking like a dog, man.
Defensively, it's a joke. It's a straight joke. What else did you have about him?
Honestly, I think the main thing was the Mikal Bridges. Like, that was the one name I put, like, mainly up there. Because, I mean, OG Anunoby, he's kind of doing his job. He's doing better than I thought he was going to do. But Mikal, he's putting up some single digits a lot of times, and he hasn't really been making.
I've been telling you he's overrated, bro.
I didn't think it was gonna be this bad though.
I didn't think it'd be this bad either.
I thought it'd be like a 14-6-4 type season, a 14-4-4.
What is it? Do you know?
I think it's worse. I think it's maybe 11. I don't know. It just doesn't look good, bro.
He's averaging 16, 4, and 3.5.
Okay, never mind. I guess he's on the money.
But bro, that's the shit about stats, bro. Like they haven't felt like he hasn't felt like he's impacting the game that.
Yeah.
Like even in Phoenix when he averaged like 13.5 points per game, it felt like he was impacting the game more than what he did last season, bro.
Yeah, but I don't know. I need him to do a little better defensively. Yeah. I need them to be the perimeter defensive like hassling team that we knew in the last 2 years.
Well, I mean, they gave up so much for him, too. Like, they traded, 5 first-round picks for him.
That, too. So, he needs to step it up.
He does. He absolutely does.
Well, actually, all of them need to step it up.
Facts.
21 on defense is not good.
Unacceptable. Let me give a team, and then we could go to the Magic.
Got you.
I'm going to talk about the Bucks.
Ooh.
Probably the most disappointing team in the NBA this season. Sure, they've picked it up. I believe they're the 5 seed right now. I mean, it's probably different from when you guys are seeing this. But my biggest disappointment for this team is not Doc Rivers, surprisingly. Because I didn't have no fucking expectations for Doc Rivers to be a good coach. Because he's a weak-ass coach. My biggest disappointment for this team is DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright was so good in the playoffs. In case you guys don't remember, DeLon Wright shot 60% from 3, was great defensively. Like, he just had a good playoff series. This season, he's shooting 20% from the 3, 31% from the field. They need something off the bench. And DeLon Wright sure isn't going to be a backup point guard bucket or nothing like that. But he's going to be efficient. He's going to play defense, and he's going to make plays. This season, in 17 minutes, he's averaging worse numbers than Gabe Vincent, bro. He's averaging 2.5 points per game and 1.8 assists per game, bro.
Wow.
He's been very disappointing this season, bro. It sucks.
To a T. That's literally everything you said. Literally.
It's
That's
just
bad.
He's been bad, bro. He hasn't been good.
Efficiency 39%. Oh man.
It's ugly, bro. It's ugly if you're a DeLon Wright stand for some reason. But the Bucks, it's just like, sure, if DeLon Wright hoops, he doesn't save this team or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm looking at a disappointing player on this team, it was like they got Gary Trent Jr. and DeLon Wright this offseason. That should help them. Gary Trent Jr. actually has been decent this season.
Mm-hmm.
DeLon Wright has not.
Wish he'd bring that 9 points up a little bit, though.
For sure.
Like to a 12-point thing. I mean, he has been shooting the heck out of the ball. The last 5 games Gary Trent Jr. has played, he's gotten like, I want to say he's been averaging 15, but he's been doing a better job.
Yeah, he's shooting the clip. But yeah, for sure. What's your disappointment for the Bucks?
All
Rivers?
right.
Darvin Ham?
Everything. I'm just playing. Nah. But I think I was just going to say that they kind of been having a Laker season. The same type of Laker season, except Giannis has been doing his thing. Damian Lillard has been doing his thing too, surprisingly. But I think as a whole, they're not clicking.
Yeah.
They're not clicking enough. But granted, they have won like their last 5 games. But once again, it was up against the Hornets twice, the Pacers and the Bulls, who have been not too good right now.
A lot of mid.
So I mean, yeah,
and they didn't beat the Hornets both times, right? Because LaMelo tripped on Giannis. Remember that? Or LaMelo tripped on Giannis. He didn't really trip.
My bad. Played.
Yeah. Okay.
Played the Hornets twice.
But yeah, I mean, they have looked good recently. But like you said, they haven't played no one threatening.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Pick another team, bro.
All right,
Let's
the
go down
Orlando
line.
Magic. I put Kentavious Caldwell-Pope right here.
Really?
He has been shooting really badly. He's averaging 23% from the 3 and 23% from the 3 and 35% from the field.
Okay.
I think he's got to improve. I don't even think he's been shooting that well in his last 5 games, too.
Honestly, he kind of, like, maybe he's been that disappointing that I didn't even think about him, really. Because my biggest disappointment was the Paolo injury.
I was going to say that, but I kind of wanted to avoid it. Because
That's an easy out.
Obvious. Yeah.
I know it's an easy out. I just feel like with your best player getting hurt and your team still being the 3 seed, like, I'm going to give them their flowers there. But, yeah, KCP's been bad this year. The Paolo injury, I think there has been good that came out of the Paolo injury because Franz Wagner started the season off like shit, and he's been hooping ever since Paolo went down. Suggs kind of carried the load. Anthony Black has looked really good this season. Yeah,
Anthony Black is super impressive right now, man. Like, I didn't think he was going to play the way he is. Like,
I drafted him on Dynasty. I put him on my taxi squad. I called him up, like, instantly because he's been, like, the best utility dude on my team.
He's averaging 9, 3, and 5.
He's been very decent.
I like that with a stock a game.
Very decent, bro. I've been really liking what I'm seeing out of Anthony Black.
So having him and Jalen Suggs going back and forth, that's really nice.
And he's electric. Like, it's like he'll put up the highlights that you kind of need to spark your team.
He just can't shoot the 3 ball.
No, not at all. My next team I want to bring up is the Brooklyn Nets. This is a weird team. This one was kind of hard to pick a disappointment for because they've kind of like everyone expected them to be the worst roster in the NBA.
Yeah.
But for them, I actually put the rebounding. I think it's kind of hard to have a team like the Nets with like out really a backup center. And like what I'm trying to say is like I didn't expect this team to be a good rebounding team, but they're last in the NBA. Like, that's just kind of unacceptable, especially if you have Nick Claxton. Trendon Watford has actually looked very good for them, but they're just lacking a backup big. They need a backup center, or they need a Cooper Flag. Tank, please, Brooklyn.
I was about to say, if I'm a fan, I'd rather you tank, because what are you going to do in the playoffs? Like, what are you going to do?
Get bounced by the Celtics?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you want to be in the playoffs right now? But I get it. Like, somebody's got to be up there, because I want to say, how many 10 other teams who are trying to take as well? Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like it's inevitable, but I
actually feel like there's not a lot of teams trying to tank this season. Like, I feel like the Wizards are like clearly trying to tank, the Jazz, and that's kind of it. Like Scotty Barnes, the reason the Raptors were bad was because Scotty Barnes was hurt. Oh, the Blazers too, I'd put there. Yeah. But the Pelicans are down there because of injuries. Like, I don't think the Hornets or Pistons or Sixers are trying to tank anymore.
You know what? That is true. I mean, Philly's down there, but that's because people keep getting hurt. But Toronto down there hurt. Charlotte, I mean, they're balling. It's just hurt. Miles Bridges was hurt. Detroit, Kay Cunningham's hurt. Chicago, I don't even know. I don't even know.
You know, I don't think any of those teams are, like, trying to tank. You know, once the Bulls trade Levine and Vucevic, which they said they're going to do today, then they'll be there. But right now, I don't think that roster's trying to tank necessarily, which is weird because this class is, like we talked about in the last video, about 5 dudes that like I think could come in and impact the NBA team right away.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. But what was your Nets disappointment?
Honestly, it was hard for me to think of something.
This was a hard one.
But I guess I was saying, because I heard from somebody, I put Cam Thomas chucking up shots because I feel like it was taking away possessions from other people. But I mean, you can't really get mad at that because it's Cam Thomas, and that's what he's going to do. Yeah. But that was the only thing I can think of because they're doing better than I thought they were. Dennis is doing better. Nick Claxton's back, so maybe the team will look a little bit better too. I want to say Cameron Johnson. Oh, man, that dude can shoot. He's doing really good. I just think that they're doing okay for what they have.
Yeah.
So I think it's no matter what, even if they do finish the way they are, I think so far I'm liking what I see.
I like what I see too. I also like this ad from Boom Fantasy. We want to give a huge shout out to Boom Fantasy for sponsoring this video. Boom Fantasy is a betting app like no other. They have a pick and spin feature where you place your 2-leg parlay in and then you spin a wheel. Based on that wheel, you could get anywhere from 2 times your money to 500 times your money. However, this week from November 25th to December 2nd, it's spins giving. So if you spin the wheel, you could get 3 times your money to 1,000 times your money. A $20 bet could win you $20,000. Only 2 legs. I know the betting app you use right now, 2 legs gives you 3 times your money. So why not take the risk and shoot for 1,000 times your money? And if you use code RTP, you will get a risk-free bet up to $100. Just please promise me you're going to gamble responsibly. Let's get back to the video. All right, Phil, your turn. Pick a team that disappointed you.
All right, I just want to get this out the way because once again, this was hard. Let's talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers.
All right, let's go.
All I put down, because they look good and they're 17-1, I would like for them to get a better small forward than Max Strus or Okoro.
Okay.
I would like last episode, if you guys want to check it out, I mentioned Cameron Johnson. I think Cameron Johnson would be good over there. I think it wouldn't take too much to get him to, but I want them to get a better small forward. Like maybe even not a Royce O'Neal, a Dorian Finney-Smith.
That would be nice.
Something like that.
I would like that a lot because my thing was I think they're missing a bench shooter. Like LeVert and Okoro are the 2 best dudes off the bench shooting-wise. Sam Morrell, Georges Niang, Ty
Jerome?
No, not Ty Jerome either. I don't know who I was trying to say. Let me look it up. But Morrell, Niang, and Wade are all shooting under 40% from 3. Yeah. Which is like if those dudes were shooting probably what they should be shooting, then this team looks a little bit different. But let me look at who is Tyson? Tyson Jalen?
Oh, you talking about Jalen Tyson?
Jalen Tyson.
Gotcha.
There you go. Those dudes are all shooting under 40% from 3. I just think maybe that could benefit them more. And that's probably something I wouldn't have expected all 4 of them to be under 40% from 3. So I guess it's disappointing, but the team's fucking good, bro.
I'm about to say they're 17-1.
We're picking at hairs. Let's go to the Celtics too.
Got you.
Let's get both of those teams out the way. My biggest disappointment for the Celtics was the Hawks game. That's what I put.
I didn't get to see the Hawks game.
The Hawks game where Trae Young was out and the Celtics lost. Like that's just a win that the Celtics should have under their belt.
Wait, they lost?
Yeah, Jalen Johnson had a triple-double. Dyson Daniels had 28 points. Onyeka had that tip-in for the win. This was a while ago. This was like 2 weeks ago. You don't know this game?
I didn't know.
Yeah, you got to lock in, brother.
My bad, Brody. Holy crap.
If the Celtics losses were just the Pacers and the Warriors, I don't think I'd be as like on them. But I think that Hawks loss kind of made me tint how I look at them a little bit. Like I'm like, bro, like I know it's the NBA, anyone could win at any time, but you gotta win that game. That's a big game.
No, you have to win that game of Trae Young. Not in the game, but also I can't really talk because my Lakers lost without Paolo Banchero there. So, I mean, Celtics, but
I don't look at the Lakers the way I look at the Celtics.
That is true.
You know, like y'all could drop a game to the Magic without Paolo.
Yeah, we can because we suck. Oh my goodness, but yeah, the only complaint or disappointing thing I had, I feel like Drew Holiday isn't playing that good right now. I don't feel like he's playing what we thought he was. And low key, the way they were ranking him on the ESPN fantasy thing, it might be true.
Yeah, I did see a TikTok from you talking about that.
Yeah.
And fuck, I wish I had it. But you named 5 dudes
that I wouldn't draft.
You were like, oh, I don't know how these dudes are above Drew Holiday, and they're all better than Drew Holiday in fantasy. I know Cam Thomas was one of them, but that was interesting.
It's been bad, bro. I took that L.
We were off the Cam Thomas trade this offseason, so shout out Cam for hooping and proving us wrong. But yeah. I think Drew Holiday maybe just isn't a stats dude. Like, I think I do see the impact. I think maybe Derek White has been so fucking good this season.
He's been very good this season.
Yeah, so maybe that's the difference, I guess.
It might be at the point where he might even. Nah, I don't feel like with these numbers he's gonna be an all-star.
He could be though. If they were the 1 seed, I would argue for it. But Celtics, I mean, the Cavs need to have 2 to 3. I don't think the Celtics need to have 3 all-stars because they're gonna have 2.
I think it's more important for the Cavs to have 3 all-stars than the Celtics.
I agree. Where do you want to go next, Phil?
Next up, we got. I want to say the Chicago Bulls.
Let's talk about the Bulls.
I'm interested in that because low-key what I have here, I just have Lonzo Ball and Josh Giddey.
I have Lonzo Ball.
I feel like, what was the thing you said you wanted Josh Giddey to do? Like, what was the stat you were like
It was like
predicting?
17, 8, and 8.
17, 8, and 8?
He's close to it, though, no?
Yeah, he's not doing too bad. It's like 6 and 6, but low-key, I feel like...
It's not as impactful, though.
Yeah, I thought he'd go a little bit more insane with the assists.
Yeah.
Like, rebounds, not too much because you have Nikola Vucevic there and everybody, but I thought his assists, I low-key thought he was going to do 9 or 10. Maybe improve on that part. Because he has Zach LaVine around him. That dude, he's a pure scorer.
But he's not a catch and shooter. He's a tap, tap, tap.
That's true.
You know, but yeah, I mean, I missed on that one for sure. Or at least so far. I think Josh Giddey could turn it around. He's just been disappointing, honestly, this season. Are you trying to watch the Knicks game?
Yeah, you didn't put it on.
I got it.
It's right there.
Every time I look, bro, it's not. It's been an ad, I feel like, forever.
I was like, wait. Nah, but
No, he's been disappointing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been as
see what
much
he's
as fan. And
averaging.
then Lonzo, sure, it wouldn't be a disappointment, but Lonzo played I think he played the first 3 out of 4 games, and then he got hurt again, bro. Like, I just want to see this dude on the court. It's disappointing that Lonzo isn't on the court.
I'm just sad for him, bro. Like, I really thought, like, those Bulls from before minus DeMar DeRozan was going to come back. Because that team was fun in those first 6 games of the season. That one year he was healthy. But, you know, he's going to be in now the lineup. And low-key, is it too soon to say maybe he should just retire?
Whoa.
Is it too soon?
It's way too soon. I wouldn't
because
say
low-key, he, like, his injuries, it keeps coming back, and it keeps, like, this seems like it may be worse again.
It's a wrist injury, though.
Oh, a wrist injury?
This one's a wrist injury. He's going to be back in, like, 2 weeks.
I heard something about his ankle, too.
What I read up on this injury was his wrist.
Okay, I don't know.
But it was ankle. I think I wouldn't go that far.
I'm nervous for that man.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm nervous.
Let's talk about the most disappointing team in basketball. The number 14 seed, the Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh,
I didn't even write nothing down here, bro. They've just been disappointing. Everything about this team is disappointing. There's nothing good in Philadelphia right now other than the Eagles.
They're low-key making me feel better about the Lakers losing right now.
Oh, bro, they suck. They just
It's bad,
the
bro.
only good thing about this team is Jared McCain. Tyrese Maxey actually has looked. Tyrese Maxey's the best Sixer healthy right now this season. It's he's just jumped tremendously every season he's played. He's just hurt. Like that's a problem. But I think Maxey, if these dudes turn it around, Maxey, McCain, Paul George, and Embiid. That is a scary-ass team.
Oh, 1,000%. That's why I love Jared McCain going to the Sixers, man. I thought that was really cool, but I do – what was the thing I was going to say? Shoot, I lost my train of thought on that.
Maxey.
Oh, no. You were naming players and that you were impressed with, like, Jared McCain, but I think Yabusele.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say his name. I think he deserves some roses or flowers.
He deserves roses too.
That dude's been playing his butt off, man.
Especially with the way Oubre and Eric Gordon and all them dudes are just kind of disappointing. And I get it. It's kind of tough to be them because they're role players. They shouldn't have to be slotted in these roles where they got to go out there and really hoop. It's weird. It sucks being in that position. Did you have something specifically that you thought was disappointing, or did you do the same thing as me?
I just said injuries, man.
Yeah.
I said, the Paul George and Joel Embiid thing. We knew Joel Embiid and the whole, him not playing back-to-backs thing was going to hurt. But Paul George getting injured back-to-back or not back to back, but getting hurt over and over again. It's
and
not
playing like ass.
It sucks right now. Wait, am I seeing? Oh, I thought that was a Knicks game over there and Knicks game over there. My bad. It was the Raptors.
Double Knicks.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on? But yeah, if this team were healthy, I think we'd be seeing something better and it'd be going crazy. But I don't know, bro. It's just not. I'm sad for
I don't
him.
know, the controller's
I'm really
up
sad.
on that thing. Yeah, it is sad for the Sixers, bro. I would hate to be a Sixers fan right now. Check in on your Sixers fan friends. Where do you want to go, Phil?
All right, let's go to the Charlotte Hornets.
Okay. For me, I put the schedule.
Oof.
They've had a tough schedule. I mean, this is a very big reach, but they've played the Bucks twice recently, so it's not the shitty Bucks. The Cavs, Magic twice, Celtics twice,
Holy crap.
Knicks twice, Minnesota, Houston, Memphis, Miami, Pacers twice. Like, once we get to the second half of the season, it should be a little bit better for them.
Honestly, I think they'll be fine. Because, yeah, it's a tough start, but, I mean, hey, they are 6-10 through that, so they got 6 wins out of it.
Yeah, once they get to playing some of the shittier teams, bro, like, they could be a top 5 seed in the East.
I think they'll be a playoff team.
I think so,
without a
too.
doubt. I think they will.
Melo top 10. Don't get it twisted. And Fox might be top 10, too.
I'm just trying to figure out who. Oof.
I
You
think
know what? Yeah, because he
Jokic
could be
is
at that
better than
7th
him.
spot.
Tatum's better than him. SGA's better than him.
AD's better than him.
Yeah, but it's close.
Yeah.
Because the way Melo impacts the offense, bro, is pretty insane.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of who else.
I don't know if there's anyone I could
Did
confidently
you say
say.
SGA and Luka?
I don't know about Luka, bro.
Luka's not doing too well this season. I just wanted to see what you were saying about
I don't know
think
about
him.
Luka. What LaMelo does on offense is better than Luka because LaMelo chucks the shots Luka chucks, but LaMelo's been making them and Luka hasn't.
Yeah.
So that's my argument. It looks better for their team.
And it's fun to watch LaMelo.
But
Like, it's really fun.
it is. But LaMelo and Luka might be close.
Mm-hmm.
They deadass might be close. But I think LaMelo deadass is top 10 this season. Paolo might be better if he was healthy.
Yeah.
But that one's close too. And these are names, bro. Like, you put Melo in these conversations, it's impressive. Like, I think he's passed up, like, Brunson.
Yeah.
I'd probably say he's passed up Trae Young, as much as that hurts me to say, because I love Trae Young. Yeah, it's a Melo show. Giannis, did we say Giannis?
Oh, I don't think we said Giannis.
I don't think we said Giannis, but shout out Giannis, too. Gotta have Giannis in there.
The only disappointment I put was Miles Bridges being out for the time he is because I don't think he's been playing as hard.
He's been kind of weak.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna get there. I think it's just he's warming up. He's in the ecto chamber real quick.
27 days, 27 nights.
All right, where do you want to go next? What team you feeling?
Let's knock out the last like kind of shitty team we got here, the Toronto Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest disappointment, bro, for the Raptors is the 76ers, the Wizards, the Jazz, and New Orleans. Because if those teams were better than what they are, then like this team having like a legitimately top lottery pick would be so nice.
Oh yeah,
but they're kind of like I feel like they're kind of too good to be in the tier with those teams. Right
I
now.
don't think they should be in that tier.
Yeah, but I think like they're missing someone.
Yeah,
And that could be like Cooper Flag. That could be an Ace. Like imagine this team with Ace Bailey, bro.
I would like them to get Dylan Harper.
I wouldn't.
I would like Dylan Harper there.
I wouldn't. I feel like you got Davion Mitchell, you got IQ, you got RJ Barrett, who all kind of need the ball in that sense.
Yeah, but I feel like in this case, they already have a big team. And yeah, IQ, really good. Mitchell, good defensive player. But I feel like with Dylan Harper, he'd be that scorer. Because Scotty Barnes, you think about it, Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett, they can move the ball around.
IQ's a scorer. Don't disrespect him. He's coming back from the injury.
I'm not saying
Wait
he's
for
not
him
a
to get
scorer.
there.
I'm saying, like, to me, he seems like a Robin without a doubt. But I feel like he could be at the 2 doing that or at the
I don't
1
think he's
with
a
Dylan
Robin,
Harper
bro.
there.
I think he's weaker than a Robin for sure. But I think he's a solid point guard that they paid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you go out there and draft another solid point guard, like it just don't. Like what's the purpose of that? You know, you already locked this dude down because they have him for what 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
So
They have him for 4 more years.
I feel like you got to fill like RJ Barrett could play the 2, or even like Scotty Barnes and like VJ. That defense, like you could press with those dudes on the guards.
Mm-hmm.
That could be decent. Could be decent for sure.
I don't know. Maybe get a forward, but I would like to see Dylan Harper there.
What's your disappointment for them?
I said for a second it was the guard play only because
That's funny because you gassed him up last video.
Yeah, because I've been watching it now. When IQ came back, Mitchell has been getting a little less minutes, and I was like, low key, and his stats went down a little bit. So I was like, low key, don't you want to just stagger them a little bit more? Because Mitchell, when he was starting, they looked good defensively. Like if anything, it was helping. So like having that go down and having IQ do a little bit more, and IQ got hurt, then came back. I don't know. I feel like the rotations just need to be a little bit better on that.
Maybe
that's my opinion.
A little sharper.
Yeah,
a little sharp action.
But that's it. I wasn't too mad about it, but that's all I could think of.
Okay, that's valid. Where do you want to go next? I said the Raptors. I said the Raptors.
You said the Raptors.
Pick
but
a team, Phil.
What is the last one?
We're kind of in the middle space now. Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
Bum.
That's the same thing I put. I mean, but when I was driving up here, I saw that he made 3 threes, so maybe
career high.
Damn. Number one Tyrese hater. I'm just playing, but low key, could today be the time he wakes up and turns into that dude again from last year that we saw, where it was like, holy crap?
Games like this this season, bro, and then he just goes back. Like the Knicks game, I think he had another game too. It's just like he's taking 3 less shots, but he's 10% less from the field, bro.
Yeah,
like, that's unacceptable. Lowest assists per game since he's been an All-Star, bro. Under 30% from 3, under 40% from the field. Pick a Side podcast, shout out them. I've been listening to them a lot lately. He can't score without a switch, bro.
Oh boy,
he cannot score unless he gets a switch, bro. It's just like that's a mess, bro.
I low key was tempted to put Pascal Siakam up here, but he's low key been kind of carrying the team with Miles Turner.
That team has been weak, bro, for sure.
Yeah, well, it starts with Tyrese, man. He's got to step it up.
He definitely does. Let's go to the Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
The Pistons, I put Jalen Duren.
Oh, because he's been out.
He's been out and he's been weak. When they play, Isaiah Stewart has been better as a starter this season than Jalen Duren. When Jalen Duren is on the court with the starters, it's -7. When Isaiah Stewart's on the court, it's +3.5.
Oof. I mean, Isaiah has been balling, but it's like, damn.
The stats show Duren, obviously, but Isaiah Stewart has just been better. It's just been better at the end of the day.
I like Isaiah Stewart. No matter what Laker fan says he don't want him here, I like Isaiah Stewart. But, yeah, like, what do you think it is that makes him play like this? Because he wasn't playing like this earlier. Like, he was shooting better, yeah, but
I think he's just not shooting. He's playing center. Like, they try to make him a stretch 4. That's not his game. It's never been his game. Let him be a bruiser, bully type of player that he is. They were trying to make him and Duren work. Like, it's cool doing what they're doing now, but it's just Duren's been disappointing for sure.
And then don't they have any other centers on that team in Detroit? It's Jalen Duren.
Asar Thompson.
I don't know about that.
He shoots like one.
Actually, shoot, I don't think they have any other center. Oh, yeah, because they have Paul Reed.
B-ball Paul. Cole Swider.
Cole Swider is definitely not a center.
I don't know what he is.
He's a 6'10 shooter. That's about all he does.
They got him on the depth. I remember this dude, actually. They got him on the depth chart.
Bro, he annoys the crap out of me.
He's Syracuse legend.
Tobias Harris?
Tobias Harris, a weak-ass no.
Oh,
Fontecchio could play a little center. Bobby Clintman could play a little center.
I would not trust Fontecchio at the center, bro.
Offensive, like a stretch 5, open the floor out a little bit.
Okay, yeah. I just hope that you let anybody else rebound the ball. Like Thompson.
You don't put him in the game when Jokic is in the game. But if they got Aaron Gordon at the 5, I'm cool with putting Fontecchio in the 5.
I'll give him $1,000 if he can block a Jokic shot.
Shit, fuck no. You're good on that, bro.
Exactly.
What's your Pistons disappointment?
I put Tim Hardaway Jr. only because in the last 5 games he's been in like the single digits in donut range. He hasn't really been shooting that well too. Donut as in 0 for the crowd in the back home, just to let y'all know.
Yeah.
He hasn't been shooting well.
Yeah.
Where was it? It showed. One sec. Here we go. All right. Last 5 games. Donut Hardaway Jr. Okay. 1 for 4 from the 3-point line last game. 0 for 4, 0 for 8, 1 for 4, 2 for 6.
And that's Tim Hardaway or is that Gabe Vincent?
Tim Hardaway Jr. But it might as well be Gabe Vincent. But Gabe Vincent doesn't attempt 8 threes a night.
He should.
Damn. So the points in that range. And then everything else was like zeros. Like blocks, rebounds, assists. But the points. 3 points. 2 points. 2 points. 11 points, 10 points. His best game being against the Houston Rockets.
What do you have?
10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal.
Masterclass.
So that's not too bad. But everything else, 11 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. 2 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists.
He's just not doing much.
He really isn't.
Not doing much at all. Let's talk about the Wizards. We missed the Wizards, or at least I missed the Wizards when we were going. I thought we covered all the bad teams.
Oh, okay. I forgot about the Wizards.
For the Wizards, I put Kuzma's market. I think if Kyle Kuzma wasn't there, this team would be a lot better. I just think there's no one that really wants Kyle Kuzma right now.
Why is that though? Like, why?
I don't know.
I thought it'd be like, if the Lakers aren't going after him, I thought he'd definitely be picked up by somebody. Because, like, remember when everybody last year was all like, oh, he should go back to Lakers? I'm like, no, he shouldn't. And then, like, I was hearing the Kings one of them. I was hearing the Warriors one of them.
There was Kings talk, Warriors talk. I just don't know, like, what. They're probably asking for too much because I don't know what you would get for him.
They're probably like 2 first-round picks.
Give us 2 firsts for Kuz
I
so we
been
can
like,
stack this young core.
I would have been like, you can keep that idiot. It's cool. You can keep that. I'm keeping my 2 first-round picks and getting me a Keyshawn George.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is with that.
I don't know, bro. The only thing I put was there's not really any experience in that. I'm just saying, like, there's not really, like, because in the last video, we were just saying, like, they can't really lose this season.
Yeah.
They can't. Like, they're building or they're tanking for
any
Cooper
pick
Flag.
they get is going to be good.
That's what I'm saying. So, honestly, I'm just saying there's no experience. And they're not winning games right now. They're they won 2, but they have 13 losses.
I like what Brogdon's done.
Mm-hmm.
Brogdon's been good the last couple. I can't believe he got cut in our fantasy league. In sleeper.
Somebody cut him?
I picked him up, bro. He's on my bench. My team,
damn, bro.
The super team just gets more super.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
But yeah, I think he's who are we talking about? Kuzma? Yeah, I don't know what the market is for Kuzma, bro. I don't know what would be a valid trade for him.
I'm trying to figure out what other team besides the Kings and the Warriors would want him, or he would fit on.
Maybe a team looking like if they're trying to dump him for picks or salary match or something. But yeah, there's like no other team that would.
What about Denver?
Yeah, but like, what do you give up? You'd have to give up Michael Porter, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, or like one of those guys.
I mean, it'd be interesting to give up Aaron Gordon and put Michael Porter Jr. at the 4 and then have Kyle Kuzma at the 3.
No, bro. You can't. Like, Aaron Gordon is so much better of a basketball player and a fit.
I know. I'm just trying to think what it would be like.
Because
the offense would improve. He would shoot.
Maybe the Clippers. I think the Clippers could be cool.
Flippers would be good.
That would be a cool fit, but I don't know. I just don't think there's maybe a market for him. That's probably the big problem with him. What'd you put for the Wizards?
I put no experience. I just put they don't have any experience. Like what I said earlier.
What'd you say?
I said it before. Like, because remember I asked you and never mind. I think you probably forgot because that's how it started. Like you asked me.
I'm tripping. Okay.
You asked me about it. I was like.
I thought you were just saying stuff. I didn't know that was your disappointment.
Oh, yeah. That's my disappointment. They don't have any experience to win games. I mean, I like, for example, I like the trio, but they're young. Like, a lot of these people on this team are young.
Yeah.
But there's not experience.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's 100% fair.
That's all you could do.
I think we only got 2 teams left, the Heat and the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you prefer?
Well, we talked about the Hawks.
Did we talk about the Hawks?
I believe we did.
I thought we talked about the Celtics because I had the Hawks there.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. So let's talk about the Heat. Only thing I put was Scary Terry hasn't been shooting well.
Dude, I put the star players. I feel like Jimmy and Bam have been like the.
I feel like they've been doing better though.
I just expect more, bro. I expect more from Jimmy and Bam, bro. Mm-hmm. Jimmy is 6.3 points down from his best season. That's a lot of points down, bro.
Yeah, and they are 7-7.
Bam, I feel like hasn't really progressed offensively. There was hype about him like being able to shoot in the offseason, and he's shooting I think his worst of his career, bro.
Maybe that's the focus that's messing them up. Like, cause everybody was saying like, oh, for Bam to space the floor, but I feel like it's more like Jimmy space the floor, Bam do his thing on the inside.
Yeah, exactly. They should use Bam like Sabonis more. Or give him the ball and let him make plays,
bro. Like he can play make.
Exactly.
He can play make. Why do you feel like they're just so obsessed with like?
I feel like they used to do that. I feel like they just don't do it no more. Bam, Tyler Hero, like handoffs and stuff like that would be just so. I feel
deadly.
Like so deadly.
They'd be deadly.
And even if they do them, they don't do them enough.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do them enough at all.
So, I don't know, bro. I just
even Bam Terry. with the hand up, like that just makes sense. But
Well, I mean, if they keep this up, like,
wow,
what happened?
Pistons buzzer beater,
What?
Jaden Ivey,
No way.
good for him.
Jaden Ivey ain't going nowhere.
Good for
He
him.
gonna suffer as a Piston.
Hey, that's the playoff P's.
Oh, that sucks. And that was against the Raptors too. Aw.
Why is Jakob Poeltl playing in the fourth quarter? I thought they let the young dudes run.
I remember that.
No, but what was your this one? Or you said Terry. What about
Yeah.
Terry? You want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, just for the last 5 games, he hasn't really been shooting well. Like at first, I was like, whatever, because I thought he was gonna be the 4th or 5th option on this team. But that's really good for Scary Terry to be the 4th or 5th option on a team like this.
Uh-huh.
But when I was looking at his thing, he 9 points, 10 points, 7 points, 11 points, 15 points. But the thing that was annoying me was last 5 games he shot like this in the 3-point line. He's 0 for 5, 1 for 4, 0 for 5, 0 for 2, and 2 for 3 in one of the games. But like
2 for 3 ain't nothing though.
yeah, it's nothing. But 0 for 5, 0 for 2, 0 for 5, or 0 for 5 twice. It's kind of like, bro,
Lock in. Yeah, he's got a
sister
lock
down
in.
too.
Everything's down for him. But the last team to talk about is the Atlanta Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
This team was one of the harder teams for me to find a disappointment because
Yeah.
if you look at like Jalen Johnson, Onyeka,
Dyson Daniels.
Trae Young, they talked about him as like MVP the first week of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I'd put consistency.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a little weird. In 5 games this season, Trae Young has had under 15 points. In 16 games, in 5 games this season, he had under 15 points. In 2022, he had, I think, the same thing, 5 games.
Oof.
In the whole season. Trae Young also had a 2-point game this season. Dyson Daniels has had 4 games under 4 points. Onyeka has 8 games under 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Dyson Daniels has had 4 games under 10 points. So it's just consistency, but I'm reaching.
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
Yeah, I was trying to think about it, and I guess I was only thinking about the market for Clint Capella.
That's fair too.
'Cause
That's a
I
really
kinda-
good one actually. I like that one.
Yeah, because I kind of want them to like. I feel like this is the time to make way for Big O to be the starting center.
Yeah, it's like finally the time.
I feel like I know maybe Clint Capella will be traded somewhere. Question is when.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like until then, it's kind of blocking the way to like have development go for him in the starting lineup.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. It has. I feel like every season Capella has been in trade talks.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the first season where it like should happen. You know.
It needs to happen, bro. I want to see Big O play. Like I want him to be the big of Atlanta.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
I even hear from Atlanta fans, they're like, bro, I'm just waiting for Big O to become our center, bro. Like, the
Unleash him.
center. I wish we would have that conversation with the Lakers, bro. We
Uh-huh.
out here trying to get, like, a stinking two-way to be our backup center.
Y'all got thugs playing backup center.
Well, damn, I ain't saying that.
Why?
Oh.
I'm not saying it in a racist way. Bro.
No.
Like the NBA Twitter.
No, I thought you were talking about the other dude.
Who?
Homeboy, Jackson.
That's your homeboy?
He's not my homeboy now.
That's what I was talking about.
Especially after what's going on, bro.
He's an abuser, bro. We don't rock. That's your backup center. Cool.
Yeah.
Run it. But yeah, that's definitely a problem in LA. Problem in Atlanta. Y'all let us know what your biggest disappointment is for some of the Eastern Conference teams. Again, shout out Cardboard 47, Barra, Roto, all of them. Thank you guys so much for showing us love on this show. Phil, let them know.
Hey, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow Run the Play Network on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. Make sure to hit that bell as well. I'm Phil. This is my man Ant-Man right here. We out, and let's bounce.
Let's bounce, baby. Boom.